a lot of youths pia tunasema wako street connected. Unapata mtu labda haishi kwa street per se, but hana mahali pa kukaa permanent. Labda anaishi alale kwa beshte yake huku, anafanya nini, but kuna wale wenye wanapitia so many things youths. That's why we are trying to create a safe space yenye kila mtu anaweza kuja aka open up about what they're going through, alafu tunaplay from the side.
Welcome back to Bongana 1-to-1 podcast. My name is Omache and I'm joined here with my co-host Leonida Ayuma and one of the young people in our community. He is a leader in Thrive Together community-based organization ambayo iko huku Mombasa. Vijana wamejitahidi sana kuhakikisha kwamba no youth is left behind. They are going all the way to reach young people, especially wale wako kwa streets. This is one of the hardest population kupata, or to track, even to give continuous support. But either way, they are creating that as their mission, to support our vijana. That is the story of our young people, and changing the world, creating the world they want, and the change they really deserve. Karibu sana, and the phrase is yours. How are you doing?
I'm good. My name is Titus Award, and I'm the Executive Director of Thrive Together CBO, which is a youth-led organization based in Mombasa. We have a few thematic areas, but we majorly focus on sexual reproductive health rights of youths and vulnerable youths, especially those living in urban areas, and mental health of youths as a whole. Yeah, so that's okay.
There is an interesting topic, concept you have already shared, that most young people may be homeless, but people don't know that. Like, what really inspired you to focus on this population? And you can just say the journey in brief.
Yeah, okay. So Thrive Together has been working closely to 1 year right now, and we recognize the gap that everybody sees. I think when you take a walk in town or anywhere else, you'll find homeless people. We like to call them street connected families. We find that there are girls and young women who have kids, and they keep giving back in the streets. Yeah. So they don't have access to reproductive health services. So we really wanted to know the challenges that these people are going through. So we found that some of them don't want to go to hospitals because of the self-stigma. Some of them are dirty, haven't taken baths for days. Yeah. Some of them don't have information about sexual reproductive health at all. So we did a research in last year, November. We also did a need assessment, which showed us exactly what these people are going through and the needs that they have. And these are special needs that we cannot ignore as a society, because these people are living in the streets and they keep getting back in the streets. They keep getting pregnant, getting sexually STIs. So we really wanted to know how we can get in and start helping. Mm-hmm. So that's why we came up with Thrive Together CBO, which is structured to at least try and address the issues that these people are going through.
Thanks, Titus, for the introduction and explain to us the motivation behind starting your CBO. And I have a special interest because we've talked about strict connected families, and you've mentioned majority of them are women and girls. And you said you've done a research last year and you also did a needs assessment. Yeah. Maybe just for the interest of the listener and myself and everybody else, what are some of the solutions that we are having in terms of supporting those women and girls?
Yeah, thank you so much. So at the moment, we established a series of linkages with the organizations and also county hospitals. So you see, we try as much as possible to identify the young girls that need this information and do linkages with some organizations, collect clothes slightly used clothes, shoes and other dignity materials. Tunajaribu kwa provide ya wasichana once in a while. And also we also have a pad bank that we ask people to donate to the pad bank so that we can offer pads every month for these kids. So that's what we do to try and
So na umeongelea hiyo story kwanza ikanipata tu nikifikiria hii ni population tunaitanga pia hard to reach. How do you sustain that engagement na wao? Because ideally sometimes how unaweza wapata kama there is a way they are clustered so that mtu tu yani ukitumia hiyo formula unajua unawapata. Like the nature is a characteristic yao. How do you engage them?
True. So unapata hao watoto kwanza ndo wa kutrust ni ngumu sana. Because wanapata a lot of hardships pale kwa streets. I don't know, maybe we can share that later. The things that they go through. But unapata kutrust mtu kutoka nje ni very hard. But wako na leaders pale kwa hizo groups zao. Wale leaders ndo sometimes wanaweza kukufanyia wa collect pamoja then muongeleshe and all that. Alafu pia another challenge ndio umesema they move around a lot. Because city askaris are after them. Saa zingine unapata pressure from the society hapo karibu kwa wanakaa wanakuwa pressured watoke, especially kama wanakaa area yenye security ni mbaya. Unapata wale ndio wa suspects wa kwanza. Unapata they move around a lot. So kuwapata kuweka pamoja pia saa zingine ni issue.
Okay, I get it because I was thinking like sometimes when you talk about hiyo kazi ambayo mnafanya team mnaweka pamoja, somebody may think that is easy. And it's really sometimes can be challenging and just also very curious to kujua zile changamoto zile mnapitia zaidi. Najua umeguzia some, but you can just say some of the challenges zenye mnapitia when you are dealing with this population and how you are innovatively solving those challenges.
Okay. So changamoto ni nyingi. Ukianzia changamoto ya kwanza yenye kuna a lot of undocumented foreigners when you walk kwa streets. So the need assessment that we did showed that kuna foreigners wengi sana wenye kwa streets. Wanaishi kwa streets. So unapata wale si Kenyans. Na huwezi kuanza kuwatafutia like sisi tunafanya linkages mpaka za hawa watoto wapate identity cards, IDs na birth certificate kwa wale wadogo wenye wanataka kurudi shule wasome. Because so many of them wana drop out wakifika class 4 because wanaitishwa birth certificate pale shuleni na hawana. So challenge ya kwanza ni kuna foreigners wenye pia wamechanganyikana nao. Challenge ya pili ni the time that umemwita huyu mtoto kumpatia SRH education. Ni time nzuri yenye nafaa kuwa kwa streets akibeg. So wewe ndio umweke pale for 2 hours kumpigia story. Lazima kuwe na kitu utampatia. Sawa. Although sisi watu tuna discourage kuwapatia food na money, but tunapata ile time umemweka pale chini. Lazima umpatie at least something to eat ama drink. So hiyo ni challenge.
Some of the things we do to these girls and women, we talked about providing information. Ukasema sometimes we link them to services.
Yes.
Na issues pad bank, and I know you are doing a lot to this population. And in this journey of doing a lot of work and working around this subpopulation, I know there are so many stories, impactful stories of change that were made to some of these families that we are proud of as an organization, that we can confidently speak about and say, through our support, we were maybe able to make this girl go back to school or do 1, 2, 3 that changed their lives completely. Maybe are you able to share with our listeners that one story that you feel hii nayo it was impactful, hata wewe mwenyewe ukifikiria unajiambia as Titus ama as an organization there's a very important part that we played in the lives of somebody.
True, ziko mingi hizo story, ziko nyingi hata so sema ni full success because some of these kids bado wako pale kwa streets.
But at least there's something.
But there's a girl mwenye bado anaishi pale pale kwa streets, mwenye through our organization tuliweza kumregesha shule because she wanted to go back to school. But sad enough bado anaishi pale pale kwa streets na ana move around a lot pia because ako pale na mamake na ndugu yake mdogo. So anaishi pale pale kwa streets. Yeah. So through organization tuliweza kufacilitate vile atarudi shule na ni msichana mwenye pia ni mwerevu na alifeel anataka kurudi shule. So that's one story that tunaweza sema ina stand out.
So ameweza kurudi shule?
Yeah, she's still in school side.
So lakini bado anaishi hapo.
Bado anaishi kwa streets, yes.
So if she's going to school, acha tuseme tu there's progress. And I believe maybe one day, if things work out, they'll get a better place to stay.
Yeah, true.
But the fact that alitaka kwenda shule and you guys supported her to go to school and she's going to school, that's good progress. That is an impactful story that I believe people out here will be interested to listen. And I know we have so many partners who will watch this. And maybe someone will be touched to come and support such families.
Yeah. As I was telling you earlier, a lot of youths pia tunasema wako street connected. Unapata mtu labda haishi kwa street per se, but hana mahali pa kukaa permanent. Labda anaishi alale kwa beshte yake huku, afanye nini, but kuna wale wenye wanapitia so many things youths. That's why we are trying to create a safe space yenye kila mtu anaweza kuja aka open up about what they're going through, alafu tunaendelea tunasaidia.
Because I don't want to say that I love that concept or it's something, it's an eye-opening. Because at times watu wanna make assumptions, especially with young people. Like you can think huyu kijana ako fiti lakini kumbe ana mahali pa kukaa. And so when you interact with some of them, especially our connected, like they are not per se kwa street lakini ni ile mahali hawana kwa. What are some of the things that leads to that and what can be done in your own opinion?
In my opinion, kitu inapelekea hiyo ni broken families kwanza. Broken families, alafu pia saa zingine pia ni mtu labda alishakuwa mkubwa, ameshatoka pale kwao, hawezi rudi pale kwao. Hata akiona shida yeye anaona ngangani tu. But broken families ni main. Alafu joblessness pia unaelewa, unemployment sahi iko high. So many youths hawana kazi za kufanya. Hawana kazi. So streets ndo and the ultimate ending.
Right. Now with that reality, as an organization, that is some of the realities mnajaribu kusort, and which is commendable, which is very unique, I can say. Because not much of us will think that I can be just fine but still homeless, and people think everything iko sawa. Today, let's say you have given all the resources that you need, everything that you need. What is that one thing you do for these young people?
Kwanza kabisa ni mimi napenda education kwanza. Ni wako educated kwanza, wako empowered. Ili mtu aweze ku make better decisions. So maybe I'll try and create a space where watu wanaweza kuwa trained. Wapate at least some skills zenye zinaweza wasaidia baadaye. Yeah, so that will be the first thing that I think ya kujaribu kuchange life zao.
How that's so interesting. I don't know, Leonida, you've gotten a concept like.
It's very interesting because when he talked about street connected families and young people being homeless. And by this, sometimes we make a lot of assumption that young people are okay. And I think you brought in a very important aspect of creating safe spaces where we can just have discussions. And unaweza pata hata maybe mimi Leonida pia I'm among the homeless groups. Nikikuja hapa, people think I'm okay. And then nikienda huko nje, I don't have a place to maybe to sleep. What is a word of encouragement that you can give to a young person out there who are struggling, maybe at a place ya kulala, tuseme they are homeless, something like that, or maybe in terms of leadership, they want to grow their leadership path. Maybe they want to start something in like an organization and they want it to grow and be impactful in the community, what advice would you give them?
Okay, so I think my best advice would be for a young person who wants to make something for themselves. Kwanza kabisa ni just start.
Yeah.
Also, don't ask the hows and all those other questions. Just start, and then everything else it'll fall into place as you keep working on yourself and working on what you're doing. So the main thing is to just start. Just start with what you have, and then usiogope ku ask for help, because you never know mahali help yako itatoka. Always start what you want to do, alafu ask for help. Ask for help. That's it.
It's been amazing to have you on this episode, and to the next episode. Thank you for the good job that you are doing. Amesema seek support, just start. And I think always check on others, check on that comrade. Pengine mambo ni live mahali hivi, pengine pia amekuwa homeless. And yeah, let's keep the conversation going. Thank you so much, and thank you for coming. See you in another episode.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.